So I had the pleasure of diving into this lens right here for a few days, and boy, do I have some thoughts to share. Let's dive right in. This is the XF 23mm f2. 23mm focal length is the go-to lens for street photography. It is an equivalent of 35mm in full frame terms. It's a personal favorite of mine for the past couple of years now, especially when I'm out capturing portraits. Now, if the memory serves me right, the Fujifilm X100F, a camera that I used to own, featured a lens formula that is the exact same or similar to this f2 lens right here. I recall not being completely sold on that camera due to an issue. It's the softness issue, especially wide open at close distances. That was my first initial encounter with this Fujifilm lens. I never tried the XF version until now, and the softness problem at close distance still exists, and it can give your shots a smeared, hazy appearance. My advice, keep your distance. But after spending a couple days shooting with this lens, I've begun to see why people still adore it. It's a crowd favorite despite this hiccup. Now let's kick things off with what I absolutely love about this lens, and its size. This little guy is incredibly compact. In a world of f1.2 and f1.4 lenses I've been using recently, it's easy to forget the benefits of an f2 lens like this one. One of the perks is its stealthy, low-profile design. I live in a cozy small town where privacy is a cherished commodity. People around here aren't too keen on being photographed, even in public spaces. They tend to shield their faces at the mere sight of a camera pointing in their directions, whether or not they're the intended subject. But when I took this lens out for a spin by the boardwalk and the beaches the other day, it was a game changer. People went about their business as if I wasn't even there. I captured more candid moments without them assuming the paparazzi pose, like, stop, no, I'm too important, no, I don't want people knowing, you know. This lens is a true miniature compared to the XF 23mm f1.4 WRLM, as you can see in this side-by-side comparison. It makes for an ideal walk-around lens, especially if you favor this focal length. Now, as I ventured around the beaches and the boardwalk, my aim was to just document the surroundings. What struck me most was how this experience rekindled my creative spirit. The softness issue, wide open, which had been a concern, was no longer at the forefront of my mind. Again, I opted to shoot with apertures ranging from like 5.6 all the way to f11. Now, once I stopped obsessing about shooting things wide open to get bokeh and background blur and all that thing, I tried to shoot things top down, and I understood this lens a bit better, because the young me thought this lens was crap because the experience I had with my X100F. But the present me, the older version of me right now, with some experience, says this lens is great, with an asterisk. The asterisk is, don't shoot this wide open. Because of the softness issues. The resulting images, I must say, impressed me with their sharpness and rich detail. As a side note, I applied Reggie B's film recipe, Reggie's Portrait, with a few minor adjustments, and the outcome is a set of visually appealing images that I really like. The autofocusing performance was another standout feature too. I was using this with the Fujifilm X-T3 that I borrowed from a friend, and it proved to be swift and responsive. It was just a matter of point and shoot, and it locked onto the subject without hesitation. Especially when I got some photos of the seagulls in flight. I thought it did a decent job locking straight on. I also compared this f2 lens to my f1.4 lens as well. While it's not like a direct one-to-one comparison, I must say that when both lenses are stopped down, I couldn't discern any significant differences. So if you're looking to save some money and you don't prioritize the wide f1.4 aperture, I recommend choosing this lens over the f1.4 version. The practical distinctions appear minimal, which speaks volume about the quality of this lens. In the end, I found myself enjoying this lens much more than I anticipated. Despite the lens' prior reputation for the softness issue at f2, it performed really good. What truly sets these f2 lenses, often referred to as the Fujicron lens by the Fujifilm community, what sets them apart is their size. They have all proven to be excellent performers. Although my personal favorite still remains is the XF 50mm f2. That is such an underrated lens. If you're curious about that review, you can watch it here somewhere. But yeah, the 23mm f2 lens is a fantastic walk-around choice for like documenting your travels, your daily life, and like the other f2 lenses, it delivers a stellar performance in image quality. I was pleasantly surprised by this lens. Holy crap, because of the small size, I was walking around town, no one was shielding their stuff. So this made me more stealthy, even though I stick out like a sore thumb because I'm like the only Asian guy in town. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the Fujifilm XF 23mm f2? And which of these f2 lenses is your favorite to shoot with? I want to know your thoughts down in the comments section below. For those interested in this lens, you'll find the links in the video description. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.